girls, I don't know about you, but I have never loved exercising. I have never even liked exercising, but I have learned this, that there is benefit to physical exercise and learning how to train and do things properly. In fact, a couple years ago, someone really encouraged me to really get into running, so I started getting into running and bike riding, and then that someone who was a lot younger than me challenged me to do a 5K with them. And so I know that seems like nothing to you, but in my mind it was a marathon. And so what I did first and foremost was I went out and got me some cute little running outfits and cute little running shoes, and I even got one of those bands that can hold my phone to keep track of things, and I talked to some of my friends about some techniques about running, and so I had all my supplies, my tools, my cute little stuff. But it wasn't until I actually went outside my door and started doing this that I began to see the results, and I had some goals set for myself, and so I had to reach certain times, and so it wasn't until I really just started doing these things. But I could not jump ahead in my plan. I had to do some of the basic things first. Now, we sometimes do that in our Christian walk, girls. We'll get our cute little Bible study notebooks and our cute little pens, and we'll find the best little Bible study out there by our favorite teacher, and we'll get all excited, and we'll set everything up, and we'll start the Bible study, or maybe a little devotional program or something like this, and then it kind of fizzles out. Well, okay, this is what we're going to try to help you with this year. See, our problem is that we are constantly trying to do better in this, trying to do this. And think about this. Okay, if you're going to have an operation, do you want a surgeon operating on you that is trying to be a surgeon, or they have trained to be a surgeon? And it can be like in anything. A piano player, they can't just sit there and say, okay, I want to try to be a good pianist. They must train. They must practice. There's got to be a plan in place. Someone's got to be along helping them and teaching them. And so in every aspect of life, we have this concept of we have to train and prepare. But what we do when it comes to our spiritual life is we just try. It's kind of like this. I've got some weights down here, and let's say my goal to lift, a shoulder lift or a bicep lift, I want to eventually be able to have 25 in each hand and, be able to pump them out pretty good. Okay, so let me do this. I'm going to, kind of put this on. Let me put it on 25. Can you still see me? I'm right here, with my workout stuff. Let me see. I got my 25 here, and let me get it on this side, match it up. And I go ahead and I try with my first thing, and I'm like, okay, it's good I have children and don't want any more children. Okay, I'm done, I can't do this. I tried, I just can't do it. And that's what we do in our spiritual life. Instead of this, let me try to put this back without injuring myself. Okay, let me put it down to, let's start off with maybe a 10. Okay, so I've got my 10 here. Here's my 10 over here, and I can pull it up. There's a little resistance, but as I can do that. That's something doable. Now, it's going to get a little harder, but you know what? I can actually train and get better at this to reach my goal. But if I try jumping out in something that's beyond what I'm ready for, I will fail. Anything in life, this is how we do it. So, Paul in the New Testament, he referred to this concept of training so often when it comes to our spiritual life. He used terms of athletes, the runner, the boxer, and what he would say to them, you have some of this in 1 Corinthians, that what he does is he brings his body under subjection. And that idea is he's training himself. So Paul says, when you have all these things that you're trying to do in the Christian life, and don't we do it? I try to read my Bible. I try to pray. I try to be faithful and do these things, and I try to do good, and I try to do what pleases God, and we end up feeling like failures. Paul says, quit trying. Start training. Start training for these things. I remember when I really started putting the concept of training into my spiritual life, things started changing. I no longer said, I just don't understand what the Bible says, and all those excuses that I've used for so many years. I started training. Now, this is what Women's Life is going to do for you in the year 2018. We have named our year Higher. Why? Because I have this idea of us trying to, in our spiritual walk, trying to climb up this mountain, and we're trying and we're trying and we're trying. But what we do is we step out too big. And so let's try to just do some things let's get some training down. Let's learn how to breathe. Let's get some strength to our legs before we try to climb that mountain. Because you know what? We want to go higher in 2018. We are wanting to encourage you to stop trying to live the Christian life and start training to live the Christian life. And so this is how I've kind of broken it down for you. Anybody that's worked out or has attempted to work out, they first have this thing called the warm-up time. And the warm-up time try to get your heart rate up and just kind of wakes up all the sensory aspects of your body. What we're going to offer you as a warm-up in 2018 is on Monday nights, Wednesday mornings, we are going to be offering the Bible studies, Believing God first, and then Breaking Free by Beth Moore. And then we're going to close up the year with a wonderful book by John Ortberg called The Life You've Always Wanted. And so that's going to be our warm-up for you. If that's where you are in your training, we invite you to come to that. Okay, so we go to this next stage when I'm working out and we need to stretch. Waking up those muscles so I don't pull them or injure them right away. And this is going to be where I learn some techniques. So, starting new in 2018, on Tuesday nights on the campus of Anderson University in the Sullivan Building, they've opened their doors to us. We're going to be having a discipleship class where you can learn the techniques of the Christian life that many have never learned. And so we will be offering that on Tuesday night. Also on Tuesday night, there's this concept of what we call skill development. When I was training to be a workout coach at this lady's gym, I had to learn certain skills. How to do a squat properly, how to lift above my head. I had to learn certain skills. That was the stage I was at in my training. So for you, what we have offered, you may be at this stage where you need to really learn to develop some skills. One of those skills can be just, learning how to study a book of the Bible, learning how to, what are some of the things? Okay, what is your gift? How to develop and deploy your gift. How to do women's ministry in your church. How to do children's ministry. How to promote missions within your church. How to, let me look at some of my notes here. How to teach a class. How to lead a Bible study. How to lead a small group. How to mentor. How to disciple. And even, when you're really pushing out those skills, write your own Bible study. Okay, so we can take that Tuesday nights. We're going to be having classes and workshops on those things at the Anderson Ministry Building campus. Okay, so we've done all that, and now what we come to is what many in the workout training field consider to be one of the most important aspects of the whole training process, and it is your cool down. You're thinking yes, the cool down. What the cool down does is it brings your body back down to what you need in just everyday life. And so this cool down, we just kind of stretch out a little bit and relax, and it's more of a gentleness to our body. Well, on Thursday nights, we're going to have a cool down for you. Are you one of those ladies that have said, you know what, I just cannot do this Bible time, my time with the Lord, my devotional time, I just struggle, I don't understand the Bible, I don't know how to pray, I start and I stop and I fail, and I try and fail. Well, we have two ladies that are going to be working with you on Thursday nights every other week, and they are going to take you through a step-by-step process with your 2018 to help you develop your time with the Lord. So there's no more excuses. We're going to quit trying and start training. So I want to say to you is this. Are you tired of just kind of aimlessly going through your Christian life with no real purpose or goal and feeling like an epic failure all the time? Do you get tired of this frustrating cycle of just being stagnant? You know, I'm the same person I was today that I was 10 years ago. I know no more about the Bible. I've not advanced in my spiritual gifts at all, anything. Are you tired of that? Or are you just tired of just trying and you want to start training? That is what Women's Life Fellowship will be here for you in the year 2018. So, what we want to do is we don't want to just say, ladies, you ought to be doing all this stuff. If you're a good Christian, you ought to be doing all this stuff. No, we want to actually give you the tools to how to do it and then come along beside you and walk with you through this journey so that you can one day reach your goals in your spiritual life. Ladies, you know what? I'm tired of trying. I want to start training because then I will start seeing some really good results. Join us January 2018 for Higher.